Seneca, the Roman statesman and Stoic philosopher, observed that we often give the best of ourselves to the least important things. Our energy goes to ambition. Our thoughts are consumed by vanity. Our hours are given to tasks, routines, and pursuits that do not last. And what is left, the remnants of our attention, we offer to philosophy, if anything at all. Yet Seneca insists that this must be reversed. Philosophy, he said, deserves the main share. By philosophy, he did not mean abstract theory or the gathering of quotes. He meant the examined life. He meant the training of the soul. He meant wisdom in action, learning to live well, to die well, and to be useful while we are here. For the Stoics, philosophy was not an interest. It was not a pastime. It was preparation for everything else. Before you begin your work, you must begin your thinking. Before you react to what others do, you must return to principle. Before you lose yourself in externals, you must return inward. Marcus Aurelius, as emperor, did not rise each morning and rush into governance. He began with a journal, a dialogue with himself. He set his mind before he set his schedule. He reminded himself, you may be insulted today. You may face pain. You may encounter deceit. But you are still free. Free to choose reason over reaction. Free to choose character over impulse. This is what it means to prioritize philosophy. To give it the best hour of the day. To hold it close before the world gets loud. Without that, everything else is fragile. Money cannot help you if you panic. Reputation cannot hold you if you collapse. Even love can falter if you are ruled by fear, rage, or pride. The untrained soul is at the mercy of every storm. The trained soul, by contrast, can endure. This is why Epictetus said that the first task of the philosopher is to identify what is truly within our control, and then, to focus on mastering that. The first of those things is the mind. And the mind cannot be strong if it is ignored. So philosophy must come first. Not at the end of the day, when you're too tired to think. Not only in crisis, when you're scrambling for perspective. But first. It will not make the world easier, but it will make you stronger. That is what the Stoics sought, not escape from difficulty, but preparation for it. Not an easier path, but a sturdier self. Philosophy, then, is not a supplement to success. It is its foundation. And if we want to stand tall in the world, we must begin each day by building from the ground up. There is an old Stoic idea: the mind is the citadel. Everything else can be taken: property, health, freedom, even life itself, but the mind remains your own, unless you surrender it. And yet, most people spend their lives training every part of themselves except the mind. They strengthen their resumes. They strengthen their bodies. They strengthen their bank accounts. But when pressure comes, when adversity strikes, it is the mind that buckles. The Stoics knew that mental training was not optional. It was essential. You don't step onto the battlefield untrained. You don't enter a courtroom unprepared. Why, then, walk into daily life, a place full of conflict, temptation, and uncertainty, without preparing the mind? Marcus Aurelius trained through writing. Seneca trained through reflection. Epictetus trained through dialogue and repetition. None of them believed in talent. They believed in work. And the mind, like the body, responds to consistent work. What does that training look like? It looks like questioning your impulses. It looks like catching your thoughts before they become actions. It looks like choosing principle over comfort, again and again. It means asking, is this mine to control? If not, I let it go. It means remembering, this moment is mine. This thought is mine. This choice is mine. The modern world tells us to perform, to produce, to win. But the Stoic knows that performance without preparation is noise. That output without integrity is empty. So we begin where they began. We train the mind. Not because we want to feel superior, but because we want to serve better. Not to dominate others, but to govern ourselves. The Stoic mind is not hardened. It is focused. It is not indifferent. It is composed. It is not perfect. It is practiced. So ask yourself, today, what am I doing to strengthen my judgment? How am I preparing for difficulty? Am I living by principle or by impulse? These are not questions for a crisis. They are questions for every morning. Because in the end, it is not the world that decides your peace. It is your mind. And only one person can train it. You. And now, let us draw these principles for the Stoic, concise, grounded, and drawn from the well of reflection and disciplined thought. Principle 1. Begin within. Before any task, any reaction, or any ambition, start with yourself. Your mind is your first responsibility. Cultivate stillness, return to principle, and strengthen the inner foundation. What you build externally is only as stable as what anchors it internally. Philosophy, when prioritized, prepares you to meet the world as it is, not as you wish it were. Principle 2. Give philosophy the best hour. Don't save the most important questions for the end of your day, when your attention is scattered and your energy spent. Give philosophy your best hour. Let it shape your mind before the world can distort it. Marcus journaled before ruling an empire. You can journal before emails, meetings, or news. Principle 3. Strength before storm. You don't train the mind during chaos, you train before. Philosophy is rehearsal. Each reflection, each maxim, each self-interrogation is preparation for difficulty. As Seneca said, misfortune hurts most those who never expected it. Be ready not by hardening, but by clarifying what matters. Principle 4. Principle over impulse. You are not your urges. You are what you do with them. Discipline is not repression, it's orientation. The Stoic practice is asking, what is the right thing, not the easy thing? That question, asked consistently, becomes a character trait. Principle 5. Train what you own. Most things in life are outside your control: markets, weather, other people. But your thoughts, your reactions, your standards, those are yours. Train them like a musician trains their hands, daily, deliberately, humbly. Principle 6. The mind is a citadel. This was Epictetus' great insight. If your mind is strong, you are unconquered. Not because life becomes easier, but because you are no longer fragile. The enemy is not adversity, it's unpreparedness. Fortify what no one can take. Principle 7. Reflection is a weapon. The Stoics used reflection not as a form of nostalgia, but as a tool for clarity. Seneca reviewed his day each evening. Marcus interrogated his thoughts each morning. You should do the same. Ask, what did I do well? Where did I fall short? Where can I begin again? Principle 8. Let thought lead. Hustle without philosophy is directionless. Speed without clarity is recklessness. Begin each day by returning to the question, what kind of person am I trying to be? Let that guide your calendar, your conversations, your choices. Principle 9. Do not defer the inner work. It's tempting to delay self-examination. To say you'll start journaling next week. Meditate next month. Read philosophy later. But the Stoic knows, today is the only day promised. Begin now. Begin small. But begin. Principle 10. Guard the mind's morning. Your first thoughts shape the day's direction. Do not surrender them to screens, to headlines, to chaos. Guard the first hour. Make it intentional. Fill it with principle, not panic. This is not just ritual, it is defense. Principle 11. Build, don't react. Philosophy helps us become builders of the inner life. Without it, we are just reactors, pulled by every whim, every headline, every insult. Practice responding, not reacting. Choose what kind of person you will be before the world decides for you. Principle 12. Your mind, your task. You are not here to fix the world before you've trained your own judgment. Start there. The external will always be chaotic. The internal can be calm, but only through practice, through patience, and philosophical clarity. Let these principles guide not only thought, but action. The Stoic does not merely think well, they live well.